wanted to ask the girl, like, what's your experience out in
Okay, yeah, that's great. Yeah, great. This
My experience, like, what specifically.
Well, I'm saying, like, your experience, like, going over, traveling from here and having.
we've been there for a minute.
Yeah, like the culture over here and then going over there. You know what I mean? And then getting the knowledge and how it is in that environment.
Getting the knowledge in that, and like, so growing up here, then traveling over there, and going over there with knowledge.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, I just want part of something. You feel me?
Yeah.
All right. I want to show you. Because like I was saying a little while ago, like I had knowledge. The knowledge I had little bits of, because this is talking about the '80s. You know what I'm saying? When it was
in the '80s.
I mean, I was a little hip hop. We from the same generation, so we come up. It was everywhere. Right here now, why too? You know what I mean? Like, so I got like little sprinklings of knowledge before I moved out to California. I moved out to California when I was like 15. You know what I mean? I had little sprinklings of it. Then going out there, whatever, I got into the roster because that's what I found was out there. But so I was into that. But what happened that when I went abroad, like later on, I came back here and I went abroad. I started traveling. The roster thing wasn't really working for the international because it's more like it fits good. Like if you live in the Caribbean and so on, you know what I mean? Like you can live that lifestyle. And also, at least how I was in it, it was more like biblical and it was more like Afrocentric. I'm now in a different place where the cultural sphere is like, they don't even know what you're talking about. You quote some scripture, that don't mean nothing to them. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about Africa's roots. I couldn't see beyond that.
You couldn't see beyond, like talking about like Africa and the roots of Africa.
Right. I couldn't see beyond that, or like a lot of things too. I find like we being over here, we define our thing like us versus them, like black versus white. But it's much bigger than that. You know what I mean? It's not just. I mean, it's God versus devil, but it's not just this little 500 years thing that we went to over here. You're talking about a whole bigger thing. The lessons is what really, because now with the lessons, I could really see other thing like 6,000 years and what Musa really did 2000 BC, and you know what I'm saying? I'm applying that to what I'm learning historically. You see what I'm saying? Like Najee was just building. One thing about Najee, when he gave me math and alphabet, he didn't give me no manifestation. He didn't give me nothing. Like, he said, his thing was, look them all up in the dictionary. Get that meaning. You being amongst the gods, you're going to soak up all of the other. That was his thing, and I build with him. There's probably pros and cons to that approach, right? One thing
that's how I was given. I was given math. I mean, I had the other definition, but they said no. Go get your own definition. Look it up in the dictionary.
Right.
Get your own.
Right.
Then see how all that other stuff, because that's somebody else's understanding.
Right, exactly. That was his whole thing. And that really, what it did for me, it put the math, so my primary go-to in the math and the alphabets, like the building blocks of this mindset, right? Is not like, it's adaptable to anything. Because I'm going to see knowledge in the same way the dictionary sees it. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's my go-to. And then I also know within that, all right, as 5% is we apply these other meanings that no one else knows. You know what I'm saying?
But it still relates, though.
Yeah.
It still relates.
Right. So that when I go to their culture, and that's how I relate it, because when I go to their culture, because I got the dictionary, like knowledge mean this. In their language, they have this word for it. You know what I mean? I'm not going into the 5%, that's the 5% do. But I mean, now I see this is knowledge. So when I look at their culture, and I can say, okay, this is how they apply knowledge. This is how it works within their system. They have the same thing. Everybody got knowledge, which I say, but they might not have it in that kind of order and function in the way we say it, according to this zig kind of mechanism. They're gonna have the same building block as us.
You must do your own research, as I did. If Mega did this.